So Aquaria, however you want to say the name, I've screwed it up multiple ways. Still probably not getting it right. They came out with a new smart lock. It's the U50 model. Now, if you're saying, well, I might have seen this before, you're probably right because they have the U100 model, and you can see one difference. The U100 had the little fingerprint sensor here, and they've changed that with this little house with the arrow. Now, Aqara did send this for review, but no additional funds were exchanged. That way we keep it all unbiased as always. Now, of course, you'll find all the links for everything down below. There are affiliate links usually, and the way those do work, there's no additional cost to you, but it does help out the channel. I do appreciate it. Like, what's the exact difference between them? I do like the build quality on these locks, and I did have an issue with the first revision of the U100. You can see the U100 with the fingerprint sensor. It's more of a gray looking versus this is a black. I know it's probably hard to see on the camera with the various lighting. It's just a little subtle difference, and this one's a deeper black looking one. So, but everything looks like it's the same on the back, even down to all the little pieces and everything, probably the same molds, etc. So I'm curious to see how this works out, because one thing I did not like about this particular model, I guess the previous one, was you had to push one button first to wake it up, and then you had to type in your like 6-digit code. So you had to bump and you had to wait and you and it finally would go. I know I'm used to just tapping and then putting in the code without having to do a wake up thing. I do prefer actual push buttons because the feedback is hard to feel. If it did, you hear a little bit of a tone, but sometimes it may be hard to hear if you have outside noise. Now, they do have a backup option. It's always a good thing in case you lose the pin code or the lock is just locked up. I had that issue in the first revision, but I won't hold it against them for that. Now, they do have the little speaker here. There is USB-C for if you need that backup option of, hey, the batteries are dead, and you can plug in there and power it through a USB-C to C cable from your phone and fire it up, etc. Something like that. Probably have one in the car, maybe if you have a phone that's USB-C, and that's enough said. So not a whole lot on this. I mean, it is going to be Zigbee. The problem is you won't get this in Zigbee to MQTT or ZHA that I know of because of the weird setup and everything. I haven't seen them add that to it. I did go look before the video, but they do have, hey, do I want to get this into Home Assistant? Absolutely you can, and it does work locally using Matter. Now, this is their newer hub. The M2 as well did Matter, and I was able to use the U100 and pair it up with Matter and Home Assistant and get my status and is it locked and everything. I want to try this on the M3 as well, but I haven't done that just yet. So no fear there. You can get the lock into Home Assistant, and as well as you can unlock and lock it and everything. So cool there. Now, this just basically the inside. There is a piece that snaps on here. So they do give you all like the little measurements and everything. They even give you down to the batteries, the AA batteries. I think I was using rechargeables in mine and no issues there. They do give you the bolt that goes in the door. So you do get, this is the deadbolt style, screws into the door. And it should have, yeah, here's the little piece that snaps on, makes it look nice for the inside, so you can, actuate it back and forth. So this does replace the entire lock and everything. So it's kind of, basically, this is the outside half, and this is the inside, and this goes in together, and then the bolt goes in between. So this replaces everything. It doesn't just tie onto your existing lock. Of course, the only thing you got to bring to the party is the door itself and the door jamb. But they give you everything in the box. So I'm curious to see how this works out with the codes. We were never a fan of the fingerprint sensor on the previous model. It worked like 50% of the time. Even though I've added a bunch of fingerprints and everything to it, we ended up just saying screw it and go with the code because the code kind of works most of the time. So I guess I kind of get the whole U50 model. Curious to see what is the difference of the price between the U50 and the U100? Maybe we'll put that on the screen somewhere and see what the difference is. So get this installed and we'll see if we can bring it into Home Assistant using Matter. So it's fairly easy install, and they walk you through all the little steps, even with like little video things. But if you've done locks before, you just basically put this one in, and this half bolts to this half. And then we just take and put the batteries in, and then we're going to pair it up with the app and go through. But you can see right now we have no issue with the lock opening and closing. That's kind of what you want. You want it to be free. You don't want it in a bind or whatever. You want to just the bolt to come out easily. So it looks like the same little wake up issue. I wish they would fix this in the firmware, because this is what happens. And then now you got to punch in the code again. But then try to lock it back, it must have a timeout or something, because you can't, like if you just wanted to immediately lock it back, I guess if you open it, close it, and finally it will do. So there's a few things with firmware that need to be fixed. And then I wish the design with the 0 would be here instead, because it's like you're tempted to hit that for a 0, given you're like a phone pad or something like that. I guess the thing you're supposed to do is hit lock to wake it. There it goes. See, now you can wake it up, then you can punch. I don't like that design. And then you got to punch. Yeah, it's very weird. But all in all, nothing else going on with it. We added it to the hub, and then we'll see in Home Assistant if it is in Matter to unlock. So there seems to be an issue for some reason. I can't get the lock to pop into Matter on Home Assistant. The U100 is still there. These are some other devices. So it should be up here, but when I go to Aqara app, it shows the shop door and U-Lock U50 are exposed to Matter with 2 child devices. Maybe something is too new with this device to not allow it to pop into Matter. I even tried deleting the hub out and re-adding it into Home Assistant, but it just pops in with my lock in the hub. And then when I go to the hub, you can see, the focus, it just shows connected devices 1, the U100, and that's it. So not sure what's going on there. So all in all, a pretty decent lock, except for this little issue of the keypad. Yeah, you can see I screwed it up right during the beginning of this, trying to record this outro. So you can see it definitely is not something I'm a fan of. And still couldn't get the lock to come into Matter, even though I tried and rebooted everything, the Matter server, Home Assistant, the hub, everything still won't drop into Matter. Maybe there's something too new with this. Now, of course, I do appreciate Aqara for saying this for review. There's no additional funds exchanged. We just kept it unbiased as is. Now, one thing I did like is it's all in one. I didn't put the cover back on it, but it's very low profile on the back, so it doesn't like stick out like some other locks and everything. And it is just one piece. So there's that, and no additional like keypad to the side or anything like I've seen on some of like different locks like SwitchBot, etc. So pretty nice looking build, but they got some stuff to figure out software wise. So that'll about do it for this one. I do appreciate you watching. Thanks to everyone out there. You know the drill. Press all them buttons and y'all take care. So after the recording of the video, I did pair up the Aqara M3 hub. That's a little new one, and it did pop into Matter, and paired up and bound the U50 to the M3, popped right into Matter like it was supposed to. Pretty cool. Not sure why it doesn't work with the M2. Click the unlock. You can see, there we go, got the lock. It's all pretty quickly using Matter, so it does work all in Home Assistant and does the thing like it's supposed to. Now they just need to fix the pin pad and we're good to go.